My high yield dividend portfolio paid me $2,600 this month. Today, I'm going to take you into my phone, share with you what's in the portfolio, and I'm going to take you behind the scenes into my spreadsheet where I track everything and show you how this actually performs and how I actually made the $2,600 this month. And in case you're wondering who I am, my name is John. I'm an American that's been living abroad for nearly 20 years, and over here I talk about investing and living abroad and things like that. So anyway, let's get into the portfolio. I'm not going to waste you guys' time, and I'm going to record the screen on my phone. 3, 2, 1, bam. All right, so here we are, my Charles Schwab. I'll refresh it for you. You can see it says markets closed. This is Saturday, 11 o'clock in the morning here in China where I live. Yesterday was a red day in the market. Everything was beat up. NASDAQ was down over 1%. S&P was down over 0.5%. My portfolio was down also 0.25% or 1/4%. So I did better than the market yesterday. You can see my portfolio is only valued at $69,877, and I have $18,000 in cash. So you're probably wondering, how in the heck did I get $2,600 with all this cash and just such a small account? So we're gonna get into that today. Let me go down here, view all the positions. I'll show you what I have, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes to this behind the scenes and show you how this really works out. So right now I have XDTE, which is the S&P 500 zero DTE fund. Okay, I have 744 shares, and this pays me each and every single week, usually every Friday. The next one I have is QDTE, which is a NASDAQ 100 zero DTE covered call fund. Pays every single week. I have 320 shares of this one. Then you can see I have YBTC, which is another round hill fund. This is also like a zero DTE. It's a Bitcoin covered call ETF. Actually, I'm not sure if this is zero DTE or not, but it is a Bitcoin covered call ETF, so it's Bitcoin, 102 shares. And then lastly, I have QQQI, which is a NEOS NASDAQ 100 high income ETF. So this pays income, but it only pays every single month instead of every week. But this has more growth built into it. So that's why I have this, so I can have a little bit of upside growth potential. These other ones kind of stay flat, or they do go up a little bit. So you'll see that in a minute in the spreadsheet. But that's what I have here in the portfolio. Then at the bottom, you can see I've got SWVXX, $5,000 in there. This is just $1. It stays $1 all the time. It never changes, never fluctuates, nothing like that. But it has a 4% annual yield, but it pays every single month. So I just keep some cash parked there, so I get a little bit of interest on my cash that I'm not using. So then lastly, you can see I got 13,000 in actual cash. So now that you know that, I want to take you behind the scenes and show you with you how this actually works and how this has been performing in my portfolio, and share with you guys all the details. So I'm going to do that on my computer because I just prefer to use the computer over the phone. So let me record the screen here for you guys. 3, 2, 1, bam. All right, so here we are. This is the spreadsheet, the same stuff I just showed you in the actual portfolio. You can see let me make it bigger, it's too small. You can see on the left here, we've got the same positions, QQQI, XDTE, QDTE, and YBTC, so the exact same 4 positions. I did have 5, but I sold one. I'll share that with you guys in a minute. But you can see the number of shares and all that stuff is the exact same as I showed you in the portfolio. So I'm not going to waste any time on this. But I want to show you guys the returns and what this looks like over a period of time, and share with you guys how long I've had these too. So you can see how these, my spreadsheet's not very good. So you can see how these things actually stack up. Sorry, my spreadsheet's not the greatest, man. This thing is just a pain in the butt sometimes. Okay, so here are the returns. So you can see at the top, QQQI, it has a positive total return and a positive market return. And the total return is 4.74%. But this is just a small portion of my portfolio. But this is a high yield portfolio, and I want more income now than anything else. So that's all this portfolio focuses on. I have other portfolios for other focuses. This portfolio, the main focus is to give me money now so I can live freely abroad. So that's the only purpose of this portfolio. XDTE, you see the total return is positive, and the total return is 4.2%. It does have a negative market return, but it's not too bad. It's still slowly going up, so it's not bad. We had when the tariff news happened, the whole market went down, and this also went down with the market. QDTE, again, a positive total return, slightly negative market return. It is coming back. It was back and then it went back down. Now it's coming back again. But anyway, total return is 12%. So 12% return, not bad. And YBTC, which is the Bitcoin one, also pays every week. Total return is positive. Market return is positive. And my total return is over 30%. So this one's doing really well. But if you look down here at the bottom, the total return of the entire portfolio is 9%. And the market return is negative 0.1%. So basically, if I reinvest 1%, then I can have the, a positive market return and like a 7% total return to walk away with. So anyway, down here at the bottom, also, you can see I've got my cash position. This is my actual cash, 20%. Okay, so now let's go look at this dividend log. I'm gonna show you guys the money part. So you see here, 2025, I bought this position in XDTE. You see XDTE here on January. I've had it for just a few months now, and it's slowly growing because I'm slowly adding to it. But make it bigger so you guys can see this. It's too small. So all these months here, here I got QDTE in March and YBTC in March, and I got QQI recently back in June. So I haven't had many of these very long. I had other funds before from another company, YieldMax, and they weren't doing very well at all, and I basically sold all of them off. Except for one was doing pretty well, but I sold it off because I was afraid it was going to turn around and do bad too. So I went with these instead. So anyway, down here for the month of August, QQI paid me $33. And as I mentioned, it's a very small portion of the portfolio. XDTE here, it paid me $718 this month. And then QDTE paid me $359 this month. YBTC paid me $187. And I told you guys I got paid $2,600, and that's obviously not $2,600. But if you look over here, the sold positions, well, hell, this stupid spreadsheet again. There's a sold position tab. Anyway, here on the sold positions, you can see $1,282 in dividends I received from something that I sold, which was MSTY. So, it was like a really high mega yield. And I've sold it because I thought it was going to turn around and do bad. And I'm glad I sold it. But so now next month I will get less money in dividends, but that's okay because I have more stability now. But you can see I received $2,579 in total this month. And then again on the sold positions, I sold, what's going on with this thing? Sorry guys, the spreadsheet thing, man, it's not cool. Sold positions, why is it like this? Sorry, man, I don't know what's up with this stupid spreadsheet, man. This thing does not like me today. Anyway, sold positions, this bottom one right here is MSTR. You can see I did sell this, and this is where I got the dividends from on the sold positions portions. So anyway, I'm going to share that with you guys, let you guys know how this works out, how this has been working out for me. In terms of what I'm going to do next, you can see I don't have a mega yield producer anymore, and I'm kind of waiting for something that's coming out soon. I'm thinking about adding some of that, which was Roundhill's WPay. I'm thinking about adding that for more of a yield, but I don't know how much yield it's going to have. But I think it'd be better than the YieldMax funds, and it's better than having a single stock because I don't want to have too much single stock exposure in this current environment. So I'm thinking about going with WPay to give me a boost of yield in this portfolio. Now I did have over a 40% yield, but now it's dropped down since I've sold Misty, and I'll share that with you actually. So here on my dashboard, you can see my cost basis and all that stuff. So right now my dividend yield is 25.73%. So my portfolio yield is 25%. My yield on cost is 25%. You can see over here my dividend income is $319 every single week. So not too bad, $45 a day. This is more than enough to live abroad. So I spend about $1,000 a month living here in China. And actually I can make a video for you guys about that later if you like. But anyway, if you want to see how I actually got money to invest, then I have a video for you guys. You guys can watch. It's over here on the screen. Go check that out if you want to know how I learned, how I got money to actually start investing. And check that out. And check out the links below, free Discord, newsletter, all that stuff down there. And I'll see you guys on the next video.